What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DMA back with another tutorial. Today we are working on a drawing of Sylvester. So to start off with, what you want to do is of course have your sheet of paper, a mechanical pencil, draw a line going down and across, and we are going to be starting off at the top where the head is. Let me zoom in a little bit there. So here we're going to be drawing the eye. So right now I'm just drawing a couple of wrinkles. As you can see, there's the eye. And this is like we go do like the negative thing. So where we're leaving the white and gonna fill in the black in order to get his face and everything. So we'll be using a lot of the negative space. Right there we just drew the ear. And like I always mention to you guys, it's a horizontal and vertical lines situation when it comes to drawing anything. That's the method I use. I always believe everything, there's always something that lines up with something else. Sometimes that's not always the case, but majority of the time that is the case. Drawing some of the hairs. This is where the mouth is gonna go. So really take your time and look at the lines that I'm drawing, seeing if you're doing it right. So that's the mouth area right there. Some of those teeth. A lot of pausing on my behalf, like I pause, look at my reference photo, then apply. So it's like apply a little, pause, then apply some more, pause, you know. And I get it, it's a cartoon, so a lot of time people are like, it's a cartoon, that's easy. But it isn't always the case. So now we're coming down to the body part. See, vertical and horizontal lines, that's all I use. Right there. I think the most difficult part is mainly like the width of how wide something should go or how high something should go. I think like those are the things that you as an artist will have to build up as you go along in order to get better at. But as for, you know, anything else, I feel like with the horizontal and vertical lines you can get there. But with this type of situation in drawings, you always have to focus on little by little, little by little. Just build it up nice and slow. When you try to cover up too much of an area, that's when mistakes are more likely to happen. So really take your time with any part you're drawing. And don't be afraid to rub out. If you need to rub out, rub out. This is the time to do it. You can see we drew the hand there. It's looking cool so far. But yeah, if you're going to make mistakes now and rectify them, you know. You don't want to do all that rectifying when you're applying ink. That just makes it more difficult for yourself. And it can be very, very annoying. You know, because if you apply the ink, that's it, there's no going back. Whereas pencil, you can pause, you know, look back and say, you know what, I feel like that needs to be a little bit smaller, or that's too long, things like that. Zoom out a little bit. Drawing the body now. So you can imagine I did a line from his nose area in order to know how wide this was going to go, you know. And how did I get that information? From my reference photo. Back in the day, what I used to do, I used to print out my images. So I would print them out and have them next to me, and I would fold them multiple times, like into like 4 or 5 pieces. So that way I would learn just to focus on section by section. So it was almost like what people do today, like grid. It wasn't grid, but it was a sort of grid. It was like a freehand artist type of grid where I just had to focus on one piece, like one square, do that, then go on to the next square, do that. But I did that mainly for like my more realistic drawings. Cartoons, not so much. Because I feel like with cartoons, it's more of a, like an overall thing. And there you have it, guys. That is the sketch done. Now we're applying the ink. The fun part. This is my favorite part. Just applying ink. I just love it. This is the way it's a make or break. Again, with the lines, please try and do them with the least amount of lines possible. You're trying to make it look as professional as possible. I know professional and cartoon drawing, you're probably thinking, what's he talking about? But you know, you want it to look as clean as you can. You know, really take your time with it. And just because you've done the sketch does not mean you stop looking at your reference, because sometimes you can miss some things, you know. But right now, when I'm adding the ink, you can really see the underlines, you know, with the vertical and horizontal lines I was applying. It really starts to show now when you start adding the ink. Here, just trying to make some of the lines a little bit thicker, because I feel like sometimes it just makes it look just a lot better when the lines are a little bit thicker. As you can see with the left leg, when I lift my hand up some point, you can see that I've made it smaller than the original sketch. But that's the whole point, you know. I said make some adjustments and constantly look at the reference photo. There you go. Now all that pencil lines are rubbed out. We're bringing in the same pen. Actually, we used an Arteza fine liner. This one we're using the twin marker because this is the thick nib. So we're just filling in all the black areas, which is a lot of this. A lot of Sylvester is all in black. So just fill it in. Of course, don't rush it. Take your time. Make it look as nice as you can. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. And then after that, you start adding the rest of the colors, like the reds and stuff like that. And sorry if you constantly keep hearing trains going past, because I live right next to a train station. I guess that's like the most annoying part of doing voiceovers and stuff. Trains constantly. That's why I like doing it like midnight, because then not so many trains are going past. Yeah, we're gonna add some color soon. Some reds. There we go. Look at that. And that's pretty much it for Sylvester. Not much to add apart from cutting him out and then putting him on some nice color paper, which we put yellow simply because of Tweety Bird. Because I just like the whole contrast, you know, Sylvester, Tweety Bird. I feel like it made sense putting him on some yellow paper. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and learned a lot. I will catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.